Fortunately. Remember, narcotics flow north and east because they come from Mexico. The money rolls south and west. My supervisors, after they saw all the narcotics I was seizing, they called me in the office, asked me to switch sides of the highway and start looking for cash. We needed the cash to stay in existence. And I could earn my salary for an entire year in one traffic stop. Then everything else I seized after that was for dogs, guns, patrol cars, other officers' salaries, things of that nature. I was working in Odessa on Interstate 20. The population of blacks was very low, not anything like East Texas. Blacks with dreadlocks and New York license plates came rolling through I-20 out in the desert. I lit him up. He got out of the car. He said, "What's up, mon?" I almost told him, "Get in the car, you're under arrest." Hot target right here. Running disabled vet tags. My father is a vet. My brother is over in Iraq fighting the war. However, a lot of the Vietnam soldiers that fought in the Vietnam War, they became addicted to heroin and things of that nature. It's everybody knows there were a lot of pot smokers over there. Nothing wrong with pot smokers, but when I was a cop, a disabled vet tag meant Vietnam veteran to me. He fought for our country, but it didn't bother me a bit putting him in jail. I was wrong. Corvettes are just cop magnets. Happens to be one of my favorite cars. The wealthier people own them. As that woman passed me, she was wiping her nose. Me, as a narcotics interdiction officer, I would automatically assume she's been snorting coke. They would be a person of high interest. They're driving a Corvette. So if I catch cocaine in there, I get to seize that vet, and my bosses love me. If you'll notice, their vehicle's riding low in the back, so their trunk's either full of luggage or it could be full of a lot of pot. You see how it's riding low in the back? I got a 300-pound marijuana arrest simply because the van was squatted down in the back. And that's a single white female with Michigan tags. She had glasses on, and she just didn't look like the partying type or the risky type. She looked a little more reserved. She looked like a librarian to me, so nothing about her interests me. Noticed the Dodge car ahead of me occupied by black people, then this car's occupied by black people. A lot of times narcotics traffickers follow each other. Somebody will follow the load car to make sure the driver of the vehicle with the load doesn't steal the marijuana. So two vehicles traveling down the interstate with similar occupants in the same lane lights me up. I would stop both of them, and they're switching lanes in and out together, which would indicate they're following each other to me. Trooper just sitting there in the rain, he is not working narcotics interdiction because it's unsafe to sit on the side of the highway like that. So remember that. In the rain, you're a lot safer than if it were a sunny, nice day outside. Interdiction officers just will not get out in the rain and search people. You have to get occupants to stand outside in the rain. The officer gets wet. It's just no good for anybody. So, you know, if you want to go to your uncle's house and you've got a joint and want to get there safely, go in the rain. I'd love to work in pairs where I could radio ahead, or my partner could radio to me. "Hey, Barry, I'm on a traffic stop, but I just saw two white males with long hair pass by me in a 1992 red Lincoln Town car. They're at mile marker 114, and they'll be approaching you in the next 10 minutes. And I would get in a position to wait for them. When they would go by, I would get behind them, wait for them to bobble and pull them over. So we would work in pairs. Okay, Louisiana tags rolling west. Two young white males. This would be a money load. I'm thinking they're carrying money to Dallas to buy drugs to carry back to Louisiana. Now get a good shot at these two white males. See their age group. They're younger. In fact, he is rolling a joint in his lap right there. Lift up your camera. They're wondering what we're doing. If we were police officers, I would have them pulled over and they would know what we were doing. Okay, now see, that's a good example of what not to do. Do not drive down the highway rolling a joint. If I were in a marked patrol car, of course he wouldn't be there rolling that joint, But he never even looked up for a long time, and then we looked up, they were surprised. Here we are making this DVD, and wham, there are two young men, probably really good people, that could ruin the rest of their lives because of a stupid mistake. Is that a college sticker on the back? Some kind of sorority, fraternity? Okay, marijuana smokers. College kids and fraternities smoke marijuana. What do we have in the back seat? 2 females and 2 males. Yeah, these are college kids. Okay, yep, I would have pulled them over. Good group of kids, getting an education, not harming anybody, driving down the highway, probably have a little pot, and here I was ruining their lives. The important thing to remember if you are carrying marijuana in your car, you want to blend in with the flow of the traffic. Travel when rush hour is high and there are a lot of vehicles. You want to look like everybody else. You do not want to stick out. I'm lit up on this truck pulling a boat. And what's bothering me is the boat does not look like it's been used. I would pull this vehicle over, and then my first question to the driver, away from earshot of the passenger, I would ask the driver, have y'all been fishing? And if he says yes, I know he's lying. But notice the Texas tag on the boat, but Mississippi tags on the truck. So that automatically makes me think he drove from Mississippi down here to pick up a load of marijuana. They had the boat rigged with hidden compartments already loaded. It's got a Texas tag, and he's pulling it back to Mississippi. Sometimes we can drive too careful when we're trying not to get pulled over. Don't drive too careful. Drive like everybody else. Drive normal. Don't do anything to cause attention to yourself. If a police officer does pull up beside you to look in your car just like I did, don't look straight ahead. Look, I want to look over so bad, but I'm not. Don't cut your eyes at him like that. He automatically knows you're up to something when you do that. You just look over at him like normal and look straight ahead like you would anybody else. I know that's hard to do, but do it. Jesus fishes, light me up just like I support my local police department sticker, or say no to drugs sticker, or dare sticker, Bible in the car, that type of thing. That just makes me even more suspicious. This is what profiling is. It's what law enforcement officers do. When they look at you, they automatically start judging you in their head and categorizing you into what classification of criminal you might or might not be. That's what profiling does. We take in all these visual indicators and process it through our minds based on our experiences and our prejudices, and then we draw a conclusion on what we think that human being is based on just what we see. I know it sounds crazy. It's not right, but that's what's happening. Okay, I don't want to take valuable time on this DVD to walk around a vehicle and explain to you how your lights need to be working, your license plate needs to be securely attached, and all that stuff. You already should know that. Make sure everything works on your car, but remember this too. Your car can be in perfect order. You cannot make one single traffic violation, and if an interdiction officer wants to stop you, he will lie and say you failed to maintain a single marked lane or something else like that. So don't count on good driving and a car being in good shape as keeping you out of a traffic stop.